I haven't watched this video. I've been kind of spoiled on what it contains, I'm not gonna lie. I want to see with my own eyes. Clip farm a little bit, you know. See what Riot's been cooking up. I've heard a lot of good things. I've heard some ADC changes are on the way. Very excited for that. So let's see what our boys here have to tell us. Let's see.
Hey everyone, I'm Paul, aka Pabro.
And I'm Andre, also known as Meddler. Today is October 30th, which is a bit earlier than usual, because we're flying to Worlds soon, and we wanted to film this before we left.
Oh.
This is our last dev update of the year.
Good morning.
Before we get into some of the things you'll see in Season 1 2026, we wanted to thank you all for being on the journey with us this year.
Hey, no worries.
As of next year, we want to kick things off with themes of unity, hope, and justice.
Ooh.
With a drop of righteous judgment thrown in there for good measure.
Demacia, no? Or Demacia. That looks sick.
That means Petricite,
Okay.
gold, and blue accents on the map, as well as some Demacia-themed skins.
Is that Saya? That was Saya, no? No, it was Talia.
As Demacians, with
Oh,
plenty
wow.
of non-Demacia skins for some variety.
These are some
Also
nice
means
looking
that the yearly
skins.
cinematic in January will feature Demacian champions. We're going back to old school Demacia this time, back in time to what some might consider the golden age of Demacia, when it was a beacon of hope and a bastion of justice.
Hey Andre, are we forgetting something?
Nah, yeah, let's keep going. I don't want this to drag on.
Anyway, we have a range of...
I didn't get it. Ah, Shyvana visual update. Yeah, a lot of people have been but the Shyvana visual update is so weird. How is it taking so long? It wasn't the Shyvana update supposed to be like 3 years ago? So long ago? I remember they announced it.
And we're here to talk to you about
Freak!
the Summer's Rift gameplay changes.
Freak! Get your freak on! Let me tell them what Freak has to say.
Over the last few years, League has been largely about team fighting over neutral objectives, fighting around grubs, dragons, or that vision ward you just placed around grubs or dragons.
And while we know 5v5s make for some of the highest highs, we want to swing back towards a state where more strategies like splitting or sieging are more viable.
So we're making some changes to major neutral objectives,
Okay.
towers, and minions in order
I think this has been a big complaint with the game for the last few years. The game has felt very one note. You have team fight for Drake, team fight for Nash, and those are the two ways that the game is decided. There's no real incentive to split push, no real incentive to do any sort of crazy macro plays. It's just team fights, team fights, team fights. And now, should most games be decided by team fights? Yes. Yes, I think they should. But should there be possibility in split pushing, pressuring different sides of the map, and winning through that? Yeah, for sure.
just that.
Additionally, we're making adjustments to roles so everyone has an appropriate impact on the outcome of each game, because right now, some lanes are much better at turning a winning lane into a winning game.
We
Okay.
also have some delightful improvements, so let's get started.
Delightful
The
improvements.
first thing you'll notice in January is that the game starts faster. We want to reduce downtime
Okay.
after you load in, so minions and basic jungle camps first spawn 35 seconds earlier than they do
Yeah, I think this is just fine. I mean, like, it was always like, it was a bit too long. I think 1 minute 30 seconds doesn't need to be that long. I think it's fine to have it just 35 seconds earlier. You still have like nearly a minute, yeah, right, before anything happens. You can still do invades, you can still do a cheese level 1. Just means that if you want to do like a top side invade, for example, as a bot lane, that's a lot more costly.
today. You'll still be able to pull off early invades, but you'll have to be much more decisive when you load in.
We're also making some changes to Vision. It's an incredibly powerful tool in League, but right now it feels monopolized by supports and sometimes by junglers.
Okay.
We want to make effectively warding the map easier to learn for everyone and give more opportunities and power.
Actually, the only thing bad about the game starting 35 seconds earlier, that's true, it really nerfs my toilet break strat. No, actually it doesn't, because the thing is, when does the remake start? Like, you have to be back by the remake anyways. So it doesn't nerf the toilet break strat that much. You just need to first pick, and then you can go toilet, and then it should be fine. Actually, it does nerf it a little bit. And also, Champ Select is going to be faster, no? They said Champ Select is going to be faster? Wow, that really nerfs the toilet break strat. Not good for the Piss King.
So, we're adding Phaelites, locations that grant temporary bonus vision to wards with unique bonus vision areas for each spot.
Phaelites.
Some Phaelite rings will be available at the beginning of each game, while others reveal themselves when the Elemental Rift transforms, particularly those that would otherwise disrupt early game jungle.
Okay, so on to the objectives.
Wow.
Otacon was one of
That's
the biggest
interesting.
additions to the Rift this year, and was a pretty cool, unique objective to fight over. That said, he contributed to objective fatigue, which many of you cited as an issue, and
True.
we agreed.
Yeah.
We wanted to alleviate this over time. We had removed the second form of Otacon, we removed the second set of grubs, but it really wasn't enough. So, just like Zehen did, we are cutting Otacon out of the game.
Wow.
That includes Blood Roses and the petals with them.
I think this is good. Atakan became a bit repetitive. Definitely objective fatigue became a contributing factor to why the game felt so 1-0.
That said, let us know what you think about limited time gameplay changes and if there's something you'd like to see more of.
But back to Atakan, his removal also means that Baron will go back to his old 20-minute spawn time. Welcome back, King.
Okay.
Additionally, we're making all epic monsters more durable, especially late game dragons as you get closer to Dragon Soul. That
Yeah, I think making Dragon more durable makes sense, because what you have right now with how Drakes work is that the team that has setup usually can nearly always rush it, or a lot of the time they can rush it, and then just nearly finish it before the other team can get in.
should make it so that it's easier for teams on the back foot to contest dragons and other epic monsters or trade something meaningful on the other side of the map.
Finally, we're also removing feats of strength from the game.
Oh.
We like that they push teams to progress the game and provided goals to rally around, but we think we can create better game systems that allow for players to have more individual
It's interesting how they kind of feel like they're testing things every year with this whole like Demacia theme, Noxus theme, you know, that they're going towards. It feels like that it's opened up for a way, like in a way, more creativity to try new systems every year. Like they did try things before, obviously, but now they can kind of try it more in a thematic sense, because feats of strength in the Atakan was very tied to Noxus, right? And now since they're changing it, let's see what they got for Demacia.
agency over their games. With feats getting the boot, we're adding back some gold rewards for First Blood and First Turret.
Okay.
Another way we're
going back to First Blood and First Turret.
with a new mechanic called Crystalline Overgrowth, which is kind of like a universal demolish effect. Crystals will build up on towers over several minutes, and when
What?
hit, they're consumed to deal an extra
That looks so
based on how much
goofy.
buildup has accumulated. This should help enable pushing windows in more situations, even if you're behind or don't have the highest DPS. Demolish will be sticking around, but will be simplified to a good old 3-hit passive.
We love 3-hit passives.
Yes, we do.
Turret plates will now stay on outer turrets permanently and
Really? Demolish was a 3-hit passive? I feel like Demolish is very iconic.
Even if you're behind or don't have the highest DPS. Demolish will
I don't know if I like that they just made it a 3-hit passive. I feel like the ding, 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 and needing to zone someone from like being in range of tower was kind of a good mechanic, and it also made it easier to proc Demolish. I mean, this is a nerf to Demolish, right? Because it's easier to proc the old one compared to the new one, unless this new one does more damage.
be sticking around, but will be simplified to a good old 3-hit passive.
we love 3-hit passives.
Yes, we do.
Turret plates will now stay on outer turrets permanently and will be added to the inner and inhibitor towers as
What? Permanent tower plates? That's a lot of extra gold. The permanent tower plates, and they'll be added to the inner and inhibitor towers as well.
We're doing this to create long-term piecemeal rewards for pushing, no matter what state the turret
Bro, so if I'm split pushing, I'm gonna be Jeff Bezos. That's crazy.
in, you're likely to mine some gold by taking aggressive actions. We're not adding more gold to the map with these changes. Instead, we're going to be basically spreading out the current gold for killing a tower and splitting it across the plates.
To further
I see. Well, you're still adding gold. Like in most games, when you hit a tower, you're not gonna completely kill that tower. So everybody will have a little bit more gold.
facilitate pushing, we're ramping up minion respawn rates
That's
in the late
interesting.
game to give more frequent access to sieging turrets. We're also adjusting Lake home guards to swiftly take you to your most pushed minion wave.
Bro, that was crazy, this home guards.
We're also adjusting Lake home guards to swiftly take you to your most pushed
What? Bro, are we playing Fortnite? Bro, he just dropped.
minion wave in each lane.
And finally, Nexus turrets will respawn with partial health missing. We like that the respawn allows a team to hold
This
the
is
base
good.
for a while and not have to worry
The fact that the Nexus turrets respawned with full HP was a bit crazy.
about getting backdoored by a Twitch, but with a full health respawn, it meant that it was honestly incorrect for a sieging team to finish killing the turrets.
Yeah, it was.
Now, for our biggest change for next year, role quests.
When
Okay.
we load into the game in January, top, bot, and mid lane will now have their own quests that reward unique power, similar to the jungle pet evolutions and the support item upgrades.
Okay.
You'll progress these new quests by killing minions, champions, plates, towers, or epic objectives. All the things you'd normally be doing in a game.
Okay.
You'll progress even faster by doing those in your assigned lane.
Your quest is decided by which role you've been assigned in the lobby, so if you and a friend or a stranger want to change roles, make sure you do an official trade in Champ Select.
One of our goals with these role quests is to buff top and bot carry relative to the other roles, as they're currently the two weakest, and as a result, the quest rewards are going to be comparatively stronger for them.
Okay.
Now, let's get into the rewards which will be granted in a new role quest slot.
New role quest
Historically,
slot.
top laners haven't always felt like they have the agency over the games that they deserved, even if they won their lane. That's what we would like to change this season. Upon quest completion, top laners will receive pretty much summoner teleport for free on top of the 2 summoners they already chose.
Wait, so they can have 2 TPs?
Take and teleport in pregame. Instead, that spell gets a lot stronger, giving a very, very large shield when you use it. In
To
addition,
be honest, that shield wasn't that large, Freak. I'm gonna be honest. Freak, that looks like a medium
that
shield.
spell gets a lot stronger, giving a very, very
That's like a 500 HP shield, 600 HP shield. It's not that large.
large shield when you use
It's
it.
like small. That's like average.
In addition to getting a functionally free summoner spell, top laners will also get a bunch of bonus XP up front, more XP from future sources.
Yo,
and
he's level 19.
increased level cap.
Increased level cap.
To mid lane.
What? Increased level cap. Wait, so what's their level cap?
A variety of champions can be played there, so we wanted this reward to be good whether you're
Their level cap is 20? Okay, I thought it would be 25. 20 is, I mean, 25 would be way too crazy, I guess. 20 is pretty crazy.
or both, like Malphite mid.
So what does a mid get? This is mid lane I'm talking about now? Wait, go back.
To mid lane. A huge variety of champions can be played there, so we wanted this reward to be good whether you're mage, assassin, or both, like Malphite mid. And upon completing the quest, mid laners will receive a free tier 3 boot upgrade like the ones you could buy with feats, as well as a faster recall.
Rounding it out for the new quests in bot lane.
Pretty mid. Pretty mid. I mean, the OP recall is pretty good for mid laners. The upgraded feats is pretty small.
We're gonna lean even harder into the carry part of
Okay,
the role.
ADC,
So
ADC,
top
ADC,
laners get
ADC. Top laners get bonus XP.
bonus XP. Bot laners are getting a whole bunch of extra gold. In the quest, they get a lump sum of gold.
Okay.
Increased gold from minion kills, champ kills, and champion.
Wait, do we get
assists.
free boots? We don't have to buy boots, we just get Berserker Grips?
the rest of the game? And
What
you
if
might
I'm
be
playing Estral though?
asking, well then what do I do with all this gold if I hit item cap? Don't worry, the item cap is going up. Your 7th item slot will
Wait, but I want to see how much.
increase gold from minion kills, champ kills, and
I'm a bit confused. He said extra gold. I don't see any extra gold. This is normal gold, no?
you might be asking of gold, increased gold from minion kills, champ kills, and champion assists
Isn't this normal gold? Am I stupid?
for the rest
These minions are giving 16 gold. 14 to 16?
of the game.
Oh yeah, you're right. So it's that small of a difference. It's 2 gold per minion.
And you might be asking, well then what do I do? Increase
Okay,
gold
I
from
mean-
minion kills, champ kills, and champion assists
Gold per
for the rest of the
minion.
game. And you might be asking, well then what do I do with all this gold if I hit item cap? Don't worry, the item cap is going up. Your 7th item slot will hold your boots permanently, allowing you to get 6
Melee's 21 to 22. I mean, okay, so if you get a few extra gold per minion, average player gets what, 150 to 200 minions a game? So you get an extra 200 gold? 200, 300 gold?
when completing their quest. They get a lump sum of gold. Increase.
We get a lump sum of gold. How much did you
A
get?
whole bunch of extra gold when completing their quest.
So you get 300 gold when you complete the quest.
They get a lump sum of gold.
I mean, 300 gold is not
Increased
bad.
From minion kills, champ
I mean, it's not bad, it's not bad, it's not bad, it's not bad. 300 gold from this, then you get 1 to 2 extra gold per minion. Okay. I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad.
assists for the rest of the game.
It's not bad.
And you might be asking,
I think that's not bad. Let me think. Like, because then you're gonna get an extra like 600 gold a game, right? Just from this gold generation here. 300 from completing it, around 300 from extra minions probably.
well, then what do I do with all this gold if I hit item cap? Don't worry, the item cap is going up. Your 7th item slot will hold your boots permanently, allowing you to get 6 full legendary items for extra hard late game scaling.
Jungle and support already have quests
Very
and
interesting.
rewards, but we still wanted to take this opportunity to make some changes to them. Jungle is by
You also
far
get extra gold on assists and kills. Ooh.
We're slightly lowering the speed of early game clears to give lane matchups a little bit more time to play out uninterrupted.
They're nerfing jungle. They're nerfing jungle. I think probably we should get like 20 more gold per assist kill, something like that. There can't be much more than that, I think.
Jungle is by far the strongest role in the game right now, especially when it
Yes, yes it is. Yes it is. Jungle is so. Yeah.
comes to early map influence. So we're slightly lowering the speed of early game clears to give lane matchups a little
People
bit
realize 7 items mage outscale the rest of the lanes, won't be just going AP bot again, but nothing outscales an ADC. ADC scales the best by far in the whole game. Chat, if you think a 7 item mage is more useful than a 7 item crit champ, then you don't know how to play ADC, I think.
time to play out uninterrupted. We're also making it harder for non-junglers to steal objectives by increasing their resists and making Smite deal more damage.
Their role quest is still getting pet upgrades and PvP smite like before, and they're now getting increased golden XP from large monsters when the quest is done, as well as bonus movement speed in the jungle.
Similar to jungle, we think support is already plenty powerful and has a very functional role quest, so we didn't want to directly increase their power. With that in mind, we wanted to give them quality of life oriented upgrades, so we're giving them a new slot exclusively for control wards. Discounts on control wards and a little bit more gold over time so they can keep pace a little better with the other.
Yeah, this sounds like some buffs to support here. Sounds like some buffs to support here. I don't know about more gold for supports, bro. I don't know about more gold for support. Oh, they buffed Smite to 1400?
Giving them a new slot exclusively for Control Wards, discounts on Control Wards, and a little bit more gold over time so they can keep pace a little better with the other roles.
Overall, we want these quests to represent meaningful power spikes in a way that leans into the unique strengths of each role. This also allows us to delete the lane swap detective mechanic that we added last year to combat pro lane swapping.
That was very clunky, that mechanic, so it's cool that they can change
Keep
it.
a close eye on how quests land, so please let us know your thoughts next year.
But role quests aren't all we have planned to make your champions feel more satisfying. We're going to bring back a few items to the Rift for each class to give them some shiny toys, including bringing back a few familiar favorites like Hextech Gunblade.
Nobody cares about Gunblade.
For example, we're adding the new Scepter of Bonking for AP fighters, which will empower
Scepter of
your
Bonking?
Spellblade bonk.
That's not the real name, no? Scepter of
Double
Bonking?
your
Are you kidding me? Am I playing
That's not
Fortnite?
the final name, is it?
I would like it, but no, we're probably gonna give it something in canon.
I do love bonking. Well,
Oh,
anyway,
speaking of-
given none of these names are final, if you're an AD fighter without a good way to get Omnivamp, you can grab Blood Sphere, which will give you some Omnivamp and also ability haste scaling with your AD.
Or
Oh.
if you play an AD carry who's really good at auto spacing, you can pick up Snowbow.
Snowbow?
For extra range on takedown.
What?
Plus damage amp based on how far away you are from your opponents.
Whoa, what? It's like a Jinx passive.
We took a hard
Snowbow.
look at which subclasses didn't feel like they were getting enough support from the current item system and worked to fill those spaces. So
I've
we're hoping
heard-
many champions have at least one of the 9 new
Storm
items
Racer?
that they can get excited about.
Storm Racer?
Speaking of which, we're also adding crit damage back 200%.
Crit damage to 200%. Crit damage to 200%. Where's Storm
We know there's a
Racer?
lot to cover.
Is it
We're
is Storm
excited to hear
Racer?
what you think of all these changes as the new season kicks off.
And in case you're looking for even more details or insights on these changes, make sure to check out the dev blog that's live right now.
So Storm Racer's coming as well? Oh my god! We got Storm Racer. We got 200% crit. We got 7 items. What a beautiful day. Jungle is nerfed. Jungle is nerfed. Jungle is nerfed. Jungle is nerfed. Ah, Jungle is nerfed. Life is good when Jungle is nerfed.
Us on the Summoners Rift team, and so we'll throw it back to Pabro and Medler, and we'll see you on the Rift.
Okay, let's talk about rank.
Let's talk about ranked.
This year we've been making improvements to shorten queue times,
Okay.
to make your matches more fair through improvements to inting and griefing detection. And, more recently, we ran a test in late September that reduced queue times by 40% at all ranks, in ranked, in EU West and Oceania.
Oh shit, you guys
We
did
will
that?
double down on that work and make 2026 the best time yet to climb.
So next year, we'll be also tackling 2 common frustrations, mismatched teams and long queues. Something we want to address is visual rank disparity in lobbies as well. When players start their climbs late after a reset, you may see a bronze player in an otherwise gold game, which can feel particularly unfair. When in reality, that player was gold last season, but they haven't gotten back to that rank yet because they've had less time to play. So we're adding a climb indicator to loading screens when
Climb
players' MMR
indicator.
is higher than their visible rank. This will let other players know that you're climbing quickly and your displayed rank.
That's me. That's like me right now when I
Also making
decayed.
changes to
I decayed from Challenger 1300 LP to Diamond 1. So I guess I need the Mega Pack Deluxe boost to climb indicator. Yeah.
And solo duo MMR are calculated. A common pain point is someone who is silver in flex and say diamond in solo duo just stomping a bunch of games, when in reality they're truly diamond in both ladders. So this season, if your solo duo MMR is much higher than your flex MMR, the system should bring your flex rank a lot closer to your solo duo. And that should mean flex matchups will feel a fair bit more balanced moving forward.
That's a good
Next, we're
change.
making changes to autofill. The reality of it
Okay,
is that
autofill.
certain roles are substantially more popular than others,
Mm-hmm.
and having an autofill jungler versus a jungle main can feel
Yes.
like not a loss.
Yes.
This means that quite often people either dodge to avoid it or hold your lobby hostage in order to get you to dodge.
Yep.
When nobody likes queue times, this is an awful experience.
So we have a number of changes to make autofill fairer.
Okay.
Reward you for sticking with the role you're assigned when you do get autofilled.
Okay.
First, if someone on your team is autofilled, the system will try to match autofilled players by role.
Yes.
So an autofilled jungler versus another
Yes.
autofilled
That's
jungler.
great. That's great.
If it can't match by roles, it will then of course fall back and try to ensure the same number of autofilled players
Okay.
on each team.
Great.
We do know though that even with that balance, autofill games can still feel discouraging when you play your best in a role that you didn't choose. That's why we're adding a new system called Aegis of Valor.
Aegis of Valor.
Autofilled and earn a mastery score of C or greater,
Okay.
Aegis will trigger. You won't lose any LP on a loss, or you'll earn double LP.
What? C or greater. Getting is that hard? It's super easy, no? To get C or greater score. If I queue for Phil and I just get C, does that work? Fill doesn't work. You have to get auto-filled, right? Fill and auto-fill, no same. Okay. I mean, now I will never ever dodge when I'm auto-filled. That's for sure. So maybe that's good. But at the same time, what a weird system.
So for those of you who main less popular roles and therefore seldom get autofilled, first of all, thanks. We haven't forgotten about you. You'll still occasionally receive the Aegis benefit at about the same rate as other players because we want to reward.
Oh. They're giving us candy, bro. They're giving us the carrot. They're just giving us the carrot. So you get this Aegis once in a while, and it's not actually beneficial to really try to get autofilled, I guess. Is their goal, at least.
The role heroes who keep the queue healthy and moving. Finally, we know how frustrating it is to be constantly returned to the queue because you get...
I mean, okay, nobody will do their bare minimum. Chat, if I get autofilled now, I'm still gonna try to win. I have the chance to win double the amount of LP. I don't think anybody's gonna be like, oh, I got autofilled, I won't lose any LP, so I'm just gonna troll, you know? But maybe if the game is looking really lost, I'm gonna care a little bit more about my KDA, so I'm sure I get that C rank, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to win. I have a chance to fucking win double LP, bro. Double my LP, are you kidding me? 40 LP I could win? Holy f***.
in chain dodges lobby after lobby. So we've made a few updates.
First, after a positive response to our pilot test, we're removing the ability to ban a hovered allied champion.
Yeah, I think this is good. It's so rare that you ever want to do this. I think the only time is for new champions. An easy fix for this would be just like, I think the first few days when a new champ comes out, it could be disabled for ranked.
Taking away an opportunity for a teammate to tilt off the planet before the match even starts. And then second, dodging a lobby will no longer allow...
You can play selfish individual stat padding and plus inting and get C rank. Yeah, but then I just want to try to win the game. People play the game because they want to climb, not because they want to stay in the same place. Nobody likes being stuck, chat. Nobody wants to play 20 minutes for +0 when they could play for 20 minutes and get +40.
Players to escape autofill. It'll just get carried over to the next lobby. We think that the Aegis of Valor should provide a solid reward for sticking around and trying.
I don't know, would you guys just play to not lose and get plus, like, or not even not lose? You guys would just play to lose and get 0 LP? I don't know, like, I want to get LP. I think most people want to win LP.
And come on, it's double LP for a win, after all. And at Master and above, dodging an autofill will count.
I heard about this. At Master and above, dodging an autofill will count as a full loss. And you know what? Dodging an autofill will count as full loss. Is it only if you dodge when you're autofilled, or is it when you just dodge in general? This is a bit confusing, the language here. If I'm autofilled and I dodge, does it count as full loss? But if I'm not autofilled and I dodge, it doesn't? No, every dodge Master Plus. When filled. Every dodge. Autofill. When filled. Well, everybody says something different. But I think if it's every dodge Master Plus, I'm going to say something controversial here, it's good. It's good. Dodging should not be a part of the game mechanic. People that say, oh, but what if I have the shittiest team? What if I have this complete terrorist on my team? Yeah. That's how it is. In nearly every other game, if you, like, when you get matched up with people, you have to play that game. And that's how League should be as well, because the alternative is dog shit. Like, if you think through the alternative to its logical conclusion, it just means longer queue times, lower quality games, and a worse experience for everybody involved. That's what it means, or that's what it'll end up happening. So this is good. In an ideal world, nobody dodges, which also means that nobody can then abuse dodges to get higher elo. So elo is more representative of your skill. And just like sometimes you will have games where something is on your team, something will be on enemy team as well. Like, just like in League, sometimes your bot lane will int or your top lane will int or whatever. That shit happens. That's how League is. That's how a team game is.
It's a full loss.
We know that this is a pretty big change from how we've dealt with dodging in the past, and we believe that
Devblog Jack, second and Master and higher, a dodge will count as a full loss in addition to the autofill carrying over and receiving a dodge cooldown timer. Higher skill lobbies are where repeated dodging and targeted bans have the biggest impact on game quality and time to game. So we're creating a specific rule set there to encourage highly skilled players to play out more of their drafts. I think that's great. And I think now with the autofill thing, you don't really have a good reason to dodge. you don't really have a good reason anymore to rush. Because why would you not play out the game when you're autofilled? Now when I get autofilled, I'm going to be kind of happy. I'm going to be like, oh shit, I could win double my LP here.
This will lead to higher quality and faster games. Speaking of speeding things up, we're also speeding up Champ Select by cutting down on timers and animation.
I think this is good. Champ Select was a little bit fast, or not a little bit fast, was a little bit slow. A lot of time.
Which is save about half a minute.
Half a minute?
See what you did there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did it.
And if that wasn't enough, we've got one last ranked change. We're adding back duo queue to higher ranks.
Oh my god, bro. What's happening? What's happening? Yo, who's in charge of the season? What? Who's in charge of the season? Nash, hop on. Nash, hop on. We're going to rank 1, buddy. We're going to rank 1. They're doing just good stuff. It's just good stuff. It's just good stuff. Duo queue is back. Are you kidding me? Duo queue is back. Oh my god, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Including Challenger in most regions.
Oh, wait, in most regions.
League is better with friends. And in the past, we disabled duoing
Yes.
at Apex Tier
Yes, it's literally just this. It's literally just this. League is better with friends. That's what I've been saying every time when it comes to League. Like League. Why is League a multiplayer game that is better with friends, designed to be the BDSM torture chamber that you can only go in alone? Guys, I want to play League with my friends. Is that a crime? I'm good at the game and I want to play with my friends. Sorry, let me do that.
For so many people, League is better with friends. And in the past, we disabled duoing at Apex Tier ranks because it's so often led to rank manipulation. But because of the improvements we mentioned earlier,
Yes.
as well as the ongoing work on boosting and ranked manipulation detection, we're confident that we can bring back high MMR duoing without it being so abused.
So, call up your friends. It's duo time.
Hey Nash, let's get it up.
Switching gears, let's talk about Swift Play.
Okay, never tried this one.
Swift Play is pretty popular.
I've never tried Swift Play.
There's a lot of room for further improvement.
I've heard it's not bad
Swift
though.
Play to be that place where you can get in a quick game, where you and or some friends can practice new champions, or where new players can come and learn and get their footing on the Rift.
That means Swift Play should still be somewhat competitive while providing quicker queues, faster games, and serving both new and existing players. So, we're rolling out some changes that should address the overall pacing, touching objectives, laning, and the jungle.
To start with, we're bringing over a lot of the changes to Summoner's Rift generally that we're talking
Do any of you guys play Swift Play?
Except for role quests. Now,
Man, I think
Swift Play
the fact that they added Swift Play is good for the game.
is game pacing. Swift Play games are actually a bit long, and the general consensus is there isn't quite enough action.
So wait, if I am Vayne and I killed Vayne and I'm trying to push the wave, Kate will be back before I push the wave? That's a sentence. Not sure what it has to do with the
So
video.
things like long death timers, focusing on CSing in lane, and objective overload all take away from the promise of Swift.
So dense that it's overwhelming. We have a dev blog coming out today that will cover all of these changes, plus a lot more detail behind the specifics, so if you want to learn more, go for it.
Hi everyone, I'm Dashi Jador, product lead, back again to chat about WASD.
WASD.
Tech lead for WASD. I'm Riot, call me KT.
Now that Worlds is over and we're getting closer to the end of the year, we want to check back in on the wild world of WASD. We've been on the PvE for a few months now.
Yeah.
In that time, we've caught and squashed over 100 bugs.
Okay.
All thanks to the feedback we received from all of you creative, maybe a little unhinged PvE players who've been helping us find, identify, and crush all of these pesky bugs. An extra special thanks to the players who are able to re-trigger the notorious new bug. Even beyond bugs, PvE players have been giving us great recommendations and requests.
One Redditor recommended that we add an option to do a single button input to move at a 45-degree angle up and down the lane. It sounded pretty wild at first, but we found through our internal testing that it actually saved a lot of finger pain. So it will be available as an accessibility option
A
for
45-degree, like, so you can go diagonally with a button, or what?
going forward. Since our debut on the PvE, we've been continuously updating all the different facets of WASD. We've made
I have never tried WASD. I still haven't tried WASD, but I hear it's coming soon. I mean, they'll probably talk about it, but I'll definitely be testing it out. I just CBA'd going on PvE with like 100 plus ping.
To navigating around minions, wall sliding, the new dynamic lock camera, and more. One of these features is a new auto attack system for WASD. With practice and dedication, you'll be able to weave attacks and movement, matching the experience in point and click to reach your optimum DPS. Our goal is to keep WASD as an alternative control scheme at all levels of play, not just for brand new players. We'll be keeping an eye on feedback as well as our internal data to ensure it remains an equitable experience.
We've also been updating our dynamic locked camera. We've added the highly
I
requested
think the
ability to turn
dynamic locked camera is not
if you like
bad.
it. Along with these settings, we heard your feedback on wanting a way to scout ahead, to check for ganks, look at other lanes, and much more. So we've introduced a new feature appropriately named the Scout Ahead mode. When you're in dynamic locked camera, you can hold your middle mouse button to freely move your camera and you'll snap back on release. These features, along with all the bug fixes, will be available when WASD goes live tomorrow in all keys except...
Wait, is that today? It's not today, no? Tomorrow. It's tomorrow. Tomorrow. WASD goes live tomorrow in all queues except ranked and normal draft games. Okay, so you can play in like ARAM, Arena, Swift Play. I'll be testing that out. I mean, my idea with WASD is that it should be a more noob-friendly control scheme, and it should be easier to use while having less potential, a lower ceiling than mouse movement. I think if it's better than mouse movement, that's bad for the game. I think that's bad for the game, because I think if everybody needs to learn this new mouse movement, or at least like every ADC or like every certain role needs to learn this new control scheme, I think that would be pretty bad. I think that's an unrealistic expectation for a game that's this old. So I think it should just have a higher floor, lower ceiling. If they're able to make it like that, then chef's kiss. A great addition to the game. A great addition to the game.
Ranked and normal draft games. We're choosing to keep WASD out of draft modes for now, as we want to make sure you can have a smooth process for your ranked climb.
Really? Tomorrow?
Well, WASD will be live in all unranked queues except normal draft in patch 25.24, which for many of you should be tomorrow.
We saw your requests and questions about other features we've promised, like champion-specific keybinds and enabling many of these new features for point-and-click players. We're still working on them, and much more to come.
We're at the point where we want to focus on getting large amounts of player data in order to drive our development further. So we're opening up the feedback channels to our much more global audience. Now, we still don't have the exact timeline on when WASD will come to ranked.
Probably sometime next year.
We'll ship it when it's ready, which means fair, balanced, bug-free, and smooth to play.
Please keep up the feedback and bug reports. There may still be a few stragglers out there. Only through our powers combined can we find all of them.
That's it for us. Be sure to check back out on WASD when it's live and send your bugs, feedback, and best misplays.
Thanks so much for listening, and we'll see you WASDing on the Rift.
Atakan is gone, level 20 cat, 7th item slot. Big changes coming in season 2026.
The map looks very like normal. Very normal, just with the Demacia flavor. I kind of like that. I think the Noxus map for me, for example, it was too dark.
But first, let's start with some speculative data mines. Replay stats are showing 16 champions getting new skins. This data is
Let's see. Ashe, Briar, Caitlyn, Camille, Galio, Jace, Katarina, Lilia, Nautilus, Ornn, Poppy, Samara, Seraphine, Yasuo, Yuumi, Ziggs.
Used for mission tracking, so I don't think any of these champions will be getting Exalted, Mythic, or Prestige skins. We've got Ashe, Briar, Caitlyn, Camille, Galio, Jace, Katarina, Lilia, Nautilus, Ornn, Poppy, Samira.
Okay, I like how I read it out and then he did.
Yasuo, Yuumi, and Ziggs.
I mean, Caitlyn's skin could be cool.
In Act 1,
I feel like Caitlyn has so many skins.
2026. And Lilia,
For me, I always don't get that excited about skins for champs that have so many skins. Like if Caitlyn gets another skin, it's like whatever. If Ashe gets another skin, it's whatever. Like Ashe and Caitlyn, they already have so many skins.
Legendary tier or higher, but I'm not totally confident. Also,
Samira could be cool though.
Shield's currency from September will be related to an upcoming metagame that will be in the client. As for what we'll see on the next PvE, we're going to see some Demacian themed skins. We'll be seeing them for Nautilus, Talia, Cho'Gath, and the Prestige.
The Cho'Gath looked cool.
Morgana's skin is going to be based on Demacian stained glass, while Cho'Gath is going to be on...
Cho'Gath looks fucking good.
That's it for skins, so let's go on some quick fire changes. Like I said, Atakan is gone. Alongside him, Feats of Strength. First Blood and First Turret bonus gold is coming back. Baron will be spawning at 20 minutes again. Minions are now going to spawn at 30 seconds into the game. At 40 minutes, a
wow, that feels crazy. 30 seconds into the game, minions spawn.
wave will spawn every 25 seconds.
Wait. 14 minutes, waves spawn every 25 seconds. Waves have one less melee minion.
With
wait, after 14 minutes, the waves have one less minion? Because in the spawn, this has 3.
minutes, a wave will spawn every 25 seconds with one less melee minion.
Wow.
At 30 minutes, minions will spawn every 20 seconds with one less caster minion. And base crit damage is 200% again. Now onto a big thing, role quests. You just progress these missions by killing minions, champions, plates, tower,
just
or
playing the game.
Objectives. Yeah. And you'll get a special reward based on your role. AD carries will get a lump sum plus increased gold from minion and champion kills, as well as assists. And the biggest thing, they will get a 7th item slot. That 7th slot will automatically hold your boots, so you'll be able to pick up another legendary item or build more components. Mid lane will receive a free tier 3 boot upgrade, as well as an empowered 4-second recall, which will have a cooldown.
I don't think the 7th item slot is that crazy. You guys remember Zephyr? You guys remember when Zephyr came out, you could upgrade your boots to Zephyr? Everybody made a big... Well, everybody was hyped for it. And then we saw... How often did we see Zephyr? We saw it once in a blue moon? I don't know. Like, I think with the increased gold, it's more likely. But it was 6th item still, though. But it wasn't. It was like 7th item. Because it was... Imagine, it was the same as the 7th item. Because just imagine that you still had the boots, but the boots were upgraded. It's a different way of doing the same thing.
It will mostly look similar to how it currently is on live. However, some have been tweaked. For top lane, they will gain a longer cooldown version of teleport for free on top of their other 2 summoner spells they have already chosen. However, if you already took teleport, it will
one more slot for components. It's not bad, yeah.
A large max health shield on use. You will also get some upfront XP, as well as more XP from future sources, and your level cap is increased to 20. As for support, you will be getting a new slot exclusively for control wards.
Yep.
As well as a discount.
We already saw some of this. Let's see.
Finally, jungle.
So what did jungle even get? Increased gold and XP from large monster, bonus movement speed in jungle. Okay.
Now, they already have their quest with the pet upgrade and the PvP smite. However, there's as well as bonus movement speed when in the jungle.
Yeah.
Now for a big thing. There are 9 new items and 2 more returning. Disclaimer, all stats on screen are work in progress dev values, so they might not release exactly with these stats. They're just there to give you an idea. First, we got Scepter of Bonking. It's an...
Scepter of Bonking, this was the one they talked about. That probably the name will change. 250 HP, 60 AP, 20 abilities, 25% attack speed. After using an ability, your next attack deals bonus magic damage on hit that applies on hit effect an additional time. Oh, this sounds like crazy on like Diana. Maybe Katarina? Echo, Gwen, Jax. Yeah,
AP
there's some good ones.
That will double your on hits. So
definitely competing quite a bit with Lich Bane, but a bit different.
You'll be able to skip one of the hits. Or Gwen Q, she'll be able to stack that up even faster.
Could be an item on Kai'Sa, yeah.
Of all inning.
Emblem of All Mining. 40% attack speed, 25% crit. This is the deal item he said. Gain 15 ultimate ability haste. After casting your ultimate, your next 3 attacks gain attack speed and critically strike. If your attack was going to crit, deal true damage instead. Zeri. This one is speaking to Zeri for sure. Vayne. Zeri. Twitch, yeah, I could see definitely Twitch. Not sure if anybody else is. Very niche this one. Kate? No, definitely not Kate. Doesn't ult like and then fight.
Item for ADCs. That
Yunara, yeah. Yeah, I guess there's a few.
This item gives ultimate ability haste plus a burst of attack speed and guaranteed critical hits for 3 attacks after ulting. You will deal bonus true damage instead if you were already going to crit on those auto attacks. Next one, Blood Sphere. It's an AD
Blood Sphere. 60 AD, 5% Omnivamp, 20% Tenacity. Gain haste, scaling with AD. Whenever an enemy champion dies within 3 seconds of you damaging them, gain 10% Omnivamp for 8 seconds. Interesting. It depends. This item could be OP or useless depending on the passive. How much haste you get with AD. If you get a lot of haste, then it's OP. If you don't get that much haste, I think it's not that good.
Omnivamp item that also gives some tenacity and haste that scales with your bonus AD. It's maybe a late game sustain item for light fighters. And it gives extra Omnivamp after you get a takedown. Next one, Assassin item.
An Assassin item. 55 AD, 22 lethality. That's a lot of lethality. 15 ability haste, passive 1, dealing damage to a champion or epic monster deals additional true damage. Oh, is this like the... What is this? Deal damage to a champion or epic monster deals additional true damage. Passive 2, taking down champion with 3 seconds of damage that grants a buff for 90 seconds where your next attack against epic monsters or turret deals additional true damage. What a weird item. So it's like a split pushing assassin item? It's like a jungle assassin item, essentially. Jungle assassin item. Weird item.
To help them end the game. So whenever they get a takedown, it grants a buff that makes your next attack against an epic monster or tower deal a large amount of damage over time, scaling with your lethality. This will make it so that AD assassins that are ahead can close games out if they're successfully assassinating their targets.
Okay.
It also gives some extra true damage to a spell every so often based on your lethality. As for the next one, Mananomicon.
There's no way this is the name. Mananomicon. Okay, 90 AP, 300 mana, 10 ability haste. For 8 seconds, your spells cost 100% more mana. You gain AP scaling with mana, shielding, healing, and cooldowns progress 25% faster. This looks like Rice. This looks like Rice. This looks like Casio. This looks like a lot of AP Bruiser type of champs.
AP item can be activated to enter an empowered state for a short duration where you consume significantly more mana, but spells are more powerful and have lower cooldowns. The extra damage, healing, and shielding on your spells scale with your mana, so you're rewarded for investing into it. Next one, Snowbow.
Snowbow.
Range
We talked about this. This item listing sounds very interesting. I like the icon. That's a nice icon. 50 AD, 25% crit strike. Deal up to 10% increased damage based on how far away the enemy is. So this is Caitlyn item, Jinx item, potentially Tristan item once you get later on in the game. And then whenever a champion you dealt damage to within 3-second dies, gain 100 additional range for 6 seconds. Yo, Twitch with this. Imagine he opens up in a team fight, he kills someone, he gets an 100 additional range, and he does 10% more damage with the ulti. That sounds insane. On Jinx, it sounds insane.
For ADCs, it increases your attack damage based on how far away you are from the target. On takedown, you will also get a larger amount of extra attack range. As for the next one, Buff Engine, it's an aura item.
Buff Engine. 200 HP, 10 ability haste, 25 armor, 25 MR. Slowing or immobilizing an enemy grants a buff aura for 8 seconds. Buff aura provides you with 20 move speed. Buff aura also provides you and your allies 30% attack speed. This is weird. I mean, this sounds pretty good on, like, I guess, melee supports, maybe?
With a bit of gameplay. After you slow or immobilize
30% attack speed is a lot.
Or grant an attack speed aura. It's mainly designed for tanky melee supports. Moving on to the next one, Mantle of the 12th Hour. It's a
so many new items, bro. Finally we have a real season with real changes, real new things. Mantle of the 12th Hour, 600 HP, 15 ability haste. Taking damage that would reduce your HP below 30%. Cause you to regenerate HP over 5 seconds, scaling with armor, MR, HP regen. Okay. While regenerating HP, you gain 15% increased size, 10% movement speed, 25% tenacity. What a weird item. That's a weird ass item. On tanks where you get chunked and then you regen back up.
Flying item for tanks. This item gives a large heal over time effect when you get low.
Yeah, Dr. Mundo.
Your bonus armor
Weird
and
item
magic resistance. While you're healing off this item, you also gain some movement speed and tenacity. Moving on to the next one, 2-in-1. Savior's Mana Bell plus Super Bell.
Savior's Mana Bell plus Super Bell. 250 HP, 8% heal and shield power, 1000 mana. Oh, it's a support tier item. Is that what I'm reading here? I think that's what I'm reading here. Gain heal and shield power scaling with mana. Yeah, it's a support tier item. Passive 2, while in combat with champions, each second heal the lowest nearby ally for 1% of your maximum mana. What? That sounds crazy. Bro, on Sona? This item on Sona? What? That sounds insane.
It's a new upgradable tier item for enchanters. Mana Bell grants heal and shield power based on your mana, and when upgraded into Super Bell at maximum tier stacks, it also heals your lowest nearby ally every second while you're in combat with enemy champions.
You can buy multiple tier items now?
Heal based on your mana. Those are the 9 new items. As for the 2 returning ones, we got Hextech Gunblade.
Stormracer! It's back, baby! Yes! I've been saying this. This is one of the things I've been saying all year, chat, all year. If you've been tuning into my stream, I've said Stormracer should be back in the game. It's a great situational item that allowed for a lot of strategic diversity in my builds, and it's situational, it's niche, it's not something you buy every game because it's less DPS than the other items it's competing against, but it has such great utility, such great mobility that it provides for you in games where you really need that. Oh my god, thank you, Freak. Thank you, Freak. Good fucking changes.
As for rank, there's quite a few changes coming, the main one being Aegis of Valor, which totally hasn't been copied from Wild Rift. It will offer double LP or full protection from LP loss on an auto-filled game if you get a mastery score of C or higher. Really important though, if you choose to be auto-filled, you will not get the protection. Riot's also adjusting some things to try reduce dodging, improve queue time,
45 LP.
rank skill distribution, and I highly recommend, if you're really interested in that, to read the Riot dev blog. Now let's talk about turrets. Now first, turrets are getting something called crystalline overgrowth. Basically, over time, crystals are going to grow over the turret, and when they are attacked, it's going to do large damage to the turret. Now, some big changes to turret plating. T1 turret plates are no longer going to disappear at 14 minutes. Tier 2 and 3 turrets are now going to
I
have...
wonder if this changes like the dynamics of swapping lanes, because before, especially in higher levels of play, how it worked as a bot lane, you always swapped to mid once plates went down, but now plates never go down.
3 plates. So now gold is distributed among the plates rather than when the turret's destroyed. As for Nexus turrets, when they die and respawn, they will now respawn at 40% HP instead of 100%. Demolish Room will now deal damage after you hit a turret 3 times in a row. And there's some other additional turret rules being simplified, however, Riot said it pretty much behaves the same. Full information on that is in their dev blog.
Oh.
Now onto vision changes and something called Phalites.
Okay, we saw this. You guys sent me some DMs. Let me have a look here. So it's pretty much Yuntal, but a little bit worse because that's crit cloak instead of longsword. Pretty expensive, 3,200. 20% attack speed, 50-80. Oof, that is expensive, chat. That is expensive. Ah, and they had to put a little slingshot in here. We missed Kirchase Shard, bro. All my homies missed Kirchase Shard. Nobody likes slingshot. We all miss Kirchase Shard. Okay, and then there's also this. Where was this video from, Edward, that you sent me? Essence River rework. Sheen is back. Bro, Smolder's gonna be so OP. Wait! Smolder's gonna be so OP. With new Essence River, with having the Sheen back, it's gonna be so OP. Make sure each class, ADC fighter mage, got something new, add more support for subclasses, less depth in their itemization, AP fighters, AD caster fighters, solve some historic class subclass issues, improve some of the least satisfying item issues, systems. In this case, most of the crit system, and then he goes through. Okay. Also, this is the Snowblade one, or Snowbow. Yeah, okay, so we saw this already. More range when you kill someone and you do more damage the further away you are. And then it's this one. This one says 30 ultimate ability haste. After casting your ultimate, your next 3 basic attacks gain 50% attack speed and critically strike for 75% of your normal critical strike rate. And for 8 seconds, if an attack would already critical strike instead it deals 10% bonus damage. I mean, this item seems insanely good on the champ set. Love it. It's the Bastion Breaker, the lethality and the game item. And then he's just going very slowly through the items. Essence River rework. Sheen is back. Huge for Smolder. Umbral Glaive rework. Pretty similar. Horizon Focus revert to previous version. And then Despair back to armor plus HP plus haste. No MR. More haste than old version. Aegis removed from the game. Oh, that's big. Sundered Sky retuned, plus ult haste on Seek's Convergence. New version of Giant Slayer on LDR. We're fucking back, bro. We're so fucking back. It's unbelievable. It's so back. We're unbelievable. Percentage pen nerfed on both LDR and Mortal. Mortal cheaper. Okay, we'll see how this turns out, but I think it makes sense. Especially, I think if we have too high percentage pen and we have 200% crit, our burst would just be too damn high. It's just true. Our burst would be too damn high. So I think it's fair. We'll definitely have to wait and see how this is. You can buy multiple tier items again. You have to stack them separately. Interesting. Probably some other stuff I forgot. Fair enough. What a season, huh? Finally some good food on the table. Oh, I'm excited. I'm actually excited. I did not think I would be excited. I feel like the game's been so stale this year, and while I still enjoyed playing video games for a living and streaming for you guys, I felt like the game was pretty stale, you know, honestly, pretty stale. There weren't much changes this year. There were new maps, but it didn't really feel new, you know what I mean? So I'm really happy that they're choosing to add a bunch of new items, choosing to do a bunch of new things, and it's gonna be fantastic.